You're watching Bottomless Heights Local News. Our first report tonight deals with the events that occurred recently at the nearby summer camp of Campen. It's been about 2 days since the incident, and news has finally come out as to what some of the events that transpired that day. We reached out to the Campen owner, Campen, for some words. The camera shifts to a front porch of a wood cabin. A camera is trying to make its way inside. I told you all to get off my property! The sound of a door slamming as the camera feed is cut and falls over. But due to that failure, we will instead be interviewing local grifter and conman Johnny Doe. She called me what I told her, right? A thumbs up is held in front of the camera. So, Mr. Doe, is it true that you ran away screaming from the fight as soon as possible? What gave you that? Did you or did you not have a part to play in the events that happened that night? What? Grunkle John begins walking backwards. Tell us the truth! The camera is dropped immediately to show a knocked out cameraman in the van. The feed cuts back to the main one. Who let Maybie determine near the camera crew again? The camera does a shrugging motion. Either way, ever since the events of Campen, multiple have reported weird and strange dreams, mostly having to do with statics and television. Since then, local accountant of Dodo Studios, Bob, has begun the lengthy process of filing a lawsuit against the god, and is asking for emotional reparations, medical coverage for multiple cases of mind manipulation, and actual medical coverage for a large variety of injuries. Oh, what am I hearing here? It seems as if we've gotten a surprise interviewee set up for someone who is also there at the event of the crime. The camera cuts to the outside of a Stake-Inn motel, with an interviewer in a floating umbrella.
So, your name was?
Cassius indeed Blackmont III. There is a smug smile on this individual's face, which cannot be seen by anyone viewing him through the camera.
Cassius Dean Blackmont III. Sir, could you talk into the mic, please? There you go. You're doing great, sweetie. Now then...
I'm sorry, Brian, but there seems to be some problem with your interviewee, who seems to be just a floating umbrella. We'll have to cancel this interview.
What? The umbrella is seen pointing downwards now, before quickly right into its previous position. What do you mean, cancel?
We can't just interview a floating umbrella. We have a reputation to upkeep. And this is the first actual news we've had in a while.
Well, what about the tunes that are just umbrellas?
The camera cuts before that sentence finishes, back to the main newscast, as it drops and a crack is seen running through it. We see the cameraman, an umbrella tune, walking away as the newscaster runs towards him. Wait, Reginald! I didn't mean it that way! The newscast finally cuts to black, as the next segment is played. A different broadcaster is brought on.
Thank you, Brian, and apologies again, Reynolds. In other news, small world gravity hiccups seem to be happening with greater occurrence.
The screen finally cuts to black.